Hello, my name is Brian Monaghan. I'm a member of the Cruise Lecturers Association, a leader in the entertainment of cruise passengers. I've travelled on several cruises and have seen a variation of presentations and believe I have an understanding of the interests and needs of the cruise companies and their passengers. I have a qualification in teaching and have presented to students for the past 6 years. My career with the police service spanned nearly 40 years, retiring in 2013 from joining the police cadets in 1974 and being sworn in as a regular officer the following year with Merseyside Police. I quickly realised that my interests lie in criminal investigation, so with numerous arrests behind me, both on and off duty, I quickly moved on to the Merseyside Police Elite Operational Support Division, where I developed skills in firearms, public order and surveillance. I progressed into an investigative policing arena, spending periods of postings to many of the force's specialised units, later seconded outside the force to the National Crime Squad. Well, this was the real Sweeney. Here we targeted the upper echelons of the criminal world on a national and international level. As a lead investigating officer, I proactively conducted many covert and overt operations into what was serious and complex crime. The investigation of these crimes took me far and wide in the UK and abroad. The successful targeting and conviction of these criminals brought home to them the realisation they were no longer the untouchables. For this work I was recognised and commended on many occasions by judges and chief constables. In the twilight of my career I was seconded for more than a year as part of the UK Police secondment to a United Nations policing mission to post-war Bosnia-Herzegovina. Here I investigated political assassinations and later became a senior policing advisor to the Chief of Police and the Ministry in the Bosnian city of Tuzla. I received both UN and EU policing medals and was commended by the UN High Commissioner, Paddy Ashdown. I retired as a police officer in 2006 and became a civilian police investigative trainer in Merseyside Police Crime Faculty. I achieved a degree in teaching and as part of the team trained nationally accredited investigators for the ever-developing modern world and allow them to move on from the life on Mars tag of the 70s and 80s. Now to my presentations. My first talk is a walk through my police career, which I call The Life of Brian, 4 decades of policing. In this talk I present the highs and the lows, the humorous and hellish situations you find yourself in. How did I get the nickname that stayed with me the whole of my service? The occasion whilst on a night shift, I took a prisoner in for disorderly conduct and returned later to the station to find the prisoner building up a brick wall. I will also allude to the many characters I've met in strange and bizarre situations, such as the witness who kept going tick-tock, tick-tock, just like a clock, the low-level criminal that admitted to being present in an armed robbery but was never there. I will peek under the many high-profile investigations I've been involved in, from rape, murder and riot. The dangerous situations I've been in, such as when an unstable convicted criminal who had plagued my career then escaped from prison to carry out his vendetta against me and others. Many characters and situations later, you wonder how you survived. Nobody can teach you what to do in every situation. It is often suck it and see, live and learn. In the second of my talks, titled Why Me? On the Front Line of a Riot, I will discuss the Toxteth riot in 1981, the period of time when, as a member of the Operational Support Division, myself and colleagues were deployed to the streets of Toxteth, Liverpool, during a historic and pivotal moment in the city's history. What was the root cause? Was it racial? Or was the moment captured by radicals? Or was it plain criminality? Was Merseyside Police racially biased? I will tell of the politics of the day, the social and economic issues, the failed tactics of the police, and the methods used by the rioters, who coordinated them and why. Many other facts of the time, including my thoughts and feelings from behind the riot shield. Oh, and yes, there were funny moments. We'll look at some of those. My next presentation is titled Restoration Mandate, Restoring a Society in Post-War Balkans. In this presentation, I'll discuss my time in Bosnia-Herzegovina, working for the United Nations policing mission, deployed by the Foreign Commonwealth Office as part of an international police response. I'll present from the position as a close observer, being the advisor to the Chief of Police and the Ministry of the Canton of Tuzla. What actually goes into redeveloping a country ravaged by war? How do you harmonise a people separated by ethnicity and religion, which have recently fought a bloody war, where the worst crimes imaginable have been committed? I headed up a team that worked with the local law enforcement institution to achieve depolitisation, modernisation and certification to create a police force fit for Europe. What was the most extensive police reform and restructuring mission in the history of the United Nations. Maintaining the Bosnian theme, my next presentation, titled War Hero to Deceased, Investigating Political Assassinations in Bosnia. When first posted to Bosnia-Herzegovina, I had a bizarre and unplanned interview in the United Nations Mission Headquarters, Sarajevo, following which I was attached to a UN investigation unit and tasked with a French colleague to review and investigate political assassinations, which were conducted in the full media glare in what was the melting pot of the Balkans. I then entered into the unexpected world, one trodden by two Serbian war heroes, that of Ljubica Savic, aka Mauser, one-time social worker who initially headed the concentration camps and then became the leader of his own military unit, the Panthers. Post-war, he was appointed Chief of Srpska Police and was assassinated whilst in office in August 1998. The second deceased was Željko Razatonik, aka Arkan, an untouchable lifetime criminal who was connected at the highest level in Serbia. He formed a paramilitary group, the Serb Volunteers Guard, known as the Tigers. He entered the post-war period a very wealthy man, even the owner of his own football club, and married to a well-known Serb international folk singer. He was publicly assassinated in January 2000. These men lived the lies that movies are made of. I will discuss all aspects of the investigation and its methodology, including the obstruction, corruption and interference that blighted the review and went all the way to the top of the Belgrade political powerhouse. I hope this has whetted your appetite and provided you with a flavour of my presentations in this, what is a time-limited video, which allows me to only touch on some of the topics I can use to entertain your passengers. I thank you for taking the time to view this video.